Hey everybody, it's Rocky. I'm here with my friends from favediets.com, and today we're going to be making a chicken and tortilla soup. This is going to be super easy, delicious, and of course healthy. So let's get started. I'm going to peel and dice up about 4 carrots. My carrots are pretty thin, so that's why I'm doing 4. If you have really thick carrots, then you can get away with just doing 2. I'm going to chop these up into bite-sized pieces. Now I'm dicing up some green onions. Now I'm going to roughly chop some cilantro. It's going to be about a tablespoon. I'm going to cut a lime in half and then just set that aside for later. So the last of your prep work is going to be your chicken. Just take it and slice it up into bite-sized pieces. Now it's time to put all our ingredients in a pot and get this chicken tortilla soup going. So I got my chicken in, now I'm putting up the vegetables that I chopped. I'm going to add a 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. This is no salt added just because I want to be able to control my salt. You can have fun with it and add like the roasted tomatoes if you'd like. Tomatoes that have some green chilies if you'd like. And speaking of green chilies, I'm going to go ahead and add in a 4 ounce can of fire roasted diced green chilies. Now I'm going to add a 32 ounce carton of chicken broth. And by the way, I didn't drain the tomatoes or the green chilies. You want to put them in there with their liquid. So now I'm just going to wait until this comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 45 minutes. I'm waiting for it to come to a boil, but I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of salt to start. And then at the very end, I'm going to go ahead and taste it again and see if I need to add any more salt. And then some cracked black pepper. And then the juice of 1 lime. Mix it around and then wait for it to come to a boil. Okay, this is coming to a boil. I'm going to turn it down and then just let it simmer for 45 minutes. And then at that point I'm going to come back and check the chicken to make sure that it is cooked through. So I'm going to get my tortilla strips ready. I just sprayed down the sheet with some olive oil spray and I'm going to bust out my tortillas. I got this brand right here, the Trader Joe's brand, and it's the corn and wheat tortillas. 1 tortilla is 80 calories, 1 gram of fat, 14 grams of carb, 1 fiber, and 4 grams of protein. So just, look in your grocery store, see what you can find that looks the most healthy, and just go for it. So what I'm doing right now is I have a clean pair of kitchen scissors, and I find this is the best way to make tortilla strips. So I'm just going to do is just make little strips like this, and I'm going to do one tortilla per person. So I'm going to go ahead and spray down the other side with olive oil spray, and that's just going to make sure that they actually cook up crispy. I sprinkle them with a little bit of sea salt. And then when my soup is closer to being done, what I'll do is I'll pop these in the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll just keep a really close eye on them. It just really depends on your oven. And I'm going to put it at about 400 degrees. Okay, my soup is done. Chicken is cooked through and tender, and so are the carrots. My tortilla strips are done. They're nice and crispy. So I am ready to serve up my soup. So I have some light Mexican blend cheese right here. I'm going to go ahead and put down about a tablespoon on each bowl. I'm going to be using some 2% Fayet Greek yogurt in place of sour cream. Put it down about a tablespoon of this guy. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my tortilla strips. And remember, I'm doing 1 tortilla per serving. And this recipe is going to make about 4 servings for you guys. And there we go, ready to eat and most certainly ready for our taste test. This is seriously delicious, guys. I mean, This is so good. The chicken is nice and tender. You get the tanginess from the green chilies, that nice bite from the jalapenos, especially since I didn't remove any of the seeds or the veins. So it's definitely a little bit on the spicy side. But then you got the Fayet Greek yogurt to kind of cool things off a bit. This is good stuff. I'm excited. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, just go ahead and post them below. And then just keep in mind, you can play around with the recipe. If you want to use a lower carb tortilla, you can go ahead and do that. You can not use tortilla if you don't like. You can use, whatever kind of sour cream. Just play around with it. But as long as you got the basic recipe, you're good to go. So again, if you have any questions, just go ahead and post them below. The full recipe, the nutritional facts, and pictures will be on my blog spot, which I'll post a link to below. And until next time, enjoy. Bye!